Dog culture preys on our pregnant mothers by causing bad posture. Bad posture is not healthy. Let's start off by just looking at a highlight from this study. This study is about cell phones. However, having a dog in our life is as bad or as worse than the body alignment that is caused by using cell phones. In the study, it says, as you can see, the result showed prolonged use can negatively affect both posture and respiratory function. When a mother is pregnant, posture is very important. It's important all the time, but it's even more important for the development of the baby. And it's important for the mom because when you're pregnant, your stress hormones are higher. And good posture helps relieve stress because it helps your breathing and it helps with pain management and digestion and so many other things. So, some of the things it says is to distribute your body weight over the center of your feet, have your knees slightly bent, have your abdomen and your body tucked, your butt underneath, and tilt your pubic bones slightly forward, draw your shoulders back, lift the crown of your head, keep your chin lifted and ears in line with your neck. And here are some of the things to look out for: having your knees locked, shifting your weight on the outer edges of your feet, slouching with your rib cage compressed makes breathing more difficult and causes indigestion. Pushing your chin forward and looking down is bad for you. So those are some of the basic things about posture that are good and bad, and it affects the pregnant mom and her baby very greatly. In the part I just mentioned about the looking down, it has been studied greatly when it comes to sitting at a desk. There's a few studies that you can find just on the basic internet. The link between posture and your eyes. It affects the connection quality between the spinal cord and the brain. And so where your eyes are, if you're looking down too far, it affects your posture and it also affects your communication with your brain. Here is a study that I will put in the description below the video. And it talks about how the position of your eye in relation to your head, it affects your health. If you have to look to the side or down too far, it affects your brain's perception of where you are in space and time. And it also affects your posture, it affects your breathing. And the downstream effect is that your head ends up being tilted more and you don't breathe as good. So just as an example of the posture and breathing, let me just show you this. So pretend that this straw is like your breathing tube. Okay, and the more that you bend it, the more that you decrease the space inside. And so when you're bent over, this is what you're doing to your breathing tubes. You're decreasing the internal volume, so you cannot suck in as much air, and you also can create blockages by bending over. So now that we've looked at some important pointers about posture and the pregnant mother, let's look at what dog culture does to the pregnant moms. This mom has to adjust the tilting angle of her shoulders to take a picture with the dog. And whoever is taking this picture also has to look down, which is bad for your posture. This is a common picture from our dog culture world. The mom has to tilt her body just to give attention to the dog. And again, whoever is taking this picture has to slouch down and get into an abnormal position just to take a picture of the dog. Just like this picture. She has to turn her neck, crane her neck, just to get a selfie with the dog. This isn't the proper posture. She should be sitting back. How about this pregnant mom? This is a common picture. Her feet, she has to rock back and forth on the outer edges of her feet, which put more stress on her joints. She has to lock her knees to get the dogs under control. Her gaze is down like this, which is bad for her posture. Everything that she's doing here is bad for her and bad for the baby. What do you guys think that will happen if I click on this article? Can you walk your dog while pregnant? They'll probably say, Oh, dogs give you all this oxytocin. Yeah, but it's terrible for your posture. All over our world, we are shown this. Somehow having a dog in your life is good. This woman is staring down at that dog, and that's bad for your posture. She should be standing next to her man or her family members and looking them straight in the eye, which is great for your hormones and great for your posture. And another thing about pregnancy, hormones are very important during pregnancy. And having a dog in your life affects your hormones. Having bad posture affects your hormones. Look at this picture right here. The woman has her shoulders not level, her head is tilted, and she's looking down at a dog. We don't even need to look at these pictures. Just if you understand basic mechanical structures, having a dog in your life means you constantly have to be looking down. So let's look at something from the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics. So this talks about workplace safety hazards and posture hazards. And it's giving us information about what jobs make us do all of these things that affect our posture: crawling, crouching, kneeling, and stooping. Those are all the type of habits and activities that you have to do when you have a dog: stooping, kneeling, crouching, bent over, holding on to the dog, looking at the dog down on the floor, having your shoulders pulled out in front of you, which collapses your chest and your rib cage, which pregnant women are not supposed to have done to them. So we already know this information. Our lawmakers, our people that are in charge of safety, they know this information. And these charts in this article that I'm showing you, they show what different jobs, firefighters, electricians, require you to do all this. Well, they should put pregnant moms on here too, because they are giving free advertisement to dog culture by letting these dogs pull them around and crawl on top of them while they're pregnant, and it's creating a risk for the health of their kid and for their health. And we should allow these moms to give their kids the absolute best opportunity and best chance to be healthy. And having a dog in your life does not make your child healthy. So I'd like to know where all the feminists are when it comes to dog culture, because pregnant moms need the most help they can get, and it is no new information that posture is important for the baby. The pressures that are created inside the woman's body from poor posture, the back problems, the long-term problems after pregnancy that can be recovered from, having a dog all in your life where you have to constantly look down, constantly have your shoulders pulled out in front of you by a leash, it's not good for you. So this has been another way that dogs in our life affect our health, and I think this one is worth a look. What do you guys think?